Yo, what's happening? This your boy, Big Truck Driver, BigKeef. What's happening, man? What's going on this Friday, man? That beautiful Friday, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing out there, man? Hope all is well. September 16th, 2022. You know. Hey, so, you know, man, let's talk about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? Give y'all a little background, a little more background about your boy. I'm a movie connoisseur. Okay, I like movies. I like good TV shows. I love good black movies, good black TV shows as well. I love all kind of movies, bro. So don't just think it's some shit like that. Cause one of my favorite movies and what actually inspired me to be a truck driver was Forrest Gump. And it's the journey he went on as he was running. And I done been through every state that they depicted in that movie. You know what I'm saying? And I remember watching that shit and it's like, wow, you know, I want to goddamn get out there and see what's happening. You know what I mean? See what that road look like. And that was one of them for me. Seinfeld. I spoke about Seinfeld before. That's one of my favorite shows. My mother used to watch Seinfeld back in the day, so you know, she used to watch In the Heat of the Night. That dude Bubba, and the sheriff, you know, she looked at a little 227, the Jeffersons, you know, Good Times. I didn't watch Martin. Like, I looked at a few, the episode, no, it was funny. But the episode he was, the episode he got into it with the box and his head was lumped up. That was a fun episode. I like that one. You know what I'm saying? But I really didn't feel it because I was like, that man play everybody on the show. You know, but when I seen his interview as to why he did that, I understand now, you know what I mean? And I get it, and I go back and watch all the old episodes, and that shit is hilarious. So I love Martin for that, you know what I'm saying? Straight up. I always love Martin. I just wasn't into the show too tough like that back in the day, right? So my shit was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know what I'm saying? Cause I kind of, you know, I had, you know, a cousin that, you know, mama them did pretty goddamn good. You know, she got it out the mud, you know, and made it up big time and shit like that. So, you know, and ended up getting a badass house out there in suburbs and shit, in North Georgia. You know, I go out there and, you know, be feeling like some Fresh Prince of Bel-Air type shit, but, you know, I kind of felt like his mama was like my mama. You know what I'm saying? And like their family was Aunt Viv, Vibe, and Valerie. So, you know what I mean? That's crazy, you know. And I had a hell of a lot of aunties, but we can have an auntie football team or an auntie basketball team, but I have an auntie. Like, I got a lot of them. Anyway, so yeah, another one of my favorite genres of cinema, horror. I'm a horror buff. I don't even give a damn what type of horror. All types of horror. Like I really like. I don't like that gross shit. So like the last Hellraiser Judgment, it was a good movie, but there was a lot of gross shit. I don't like gross shit. You know what I mean? I like some scary shit. Some shit that's gonna be scary as hell. You know what I mean? The Exorcist to me still holds the #1 title of being the scariest movie of all times. You know what I'm saying? And there's been some good movies since The Exorcist. You know what I mean? That's kind of on that type of demonic horror. You feel what I'm saying? I like cosmic horror as well. You feel what I mean? Like, I like shit like that. I like sci-fi horror. I like sci-fi, period. You know what I mean? That movie Interstellar, boy, I seen that shit 30 times. Well, I'm not lying. Interstellar. What my boy name is, you know, old boy. That guy, Matthew McConaughey, him, the dude in the Lincoln commercials. Oh, hey, Tropic Thunder. That's another fun ass movie. Hey, bro, I don't give a damn what y'all say. That's one of my favorite movies, man. Tropic Thunder. Robert Downey Jr. as a black man. Boy, that was the funniest shit in the world. And see, now you can't get away with that right now. Back then, bro, that comedy. That shit was hilarious, dog. Like, for real, that whole goddamn. That shit was hilarious, dog. Like, the whole... You just don't get it like that no more. They'd cancel the hell out of Robert Downey Jr. for that shit in Tropic Thunder. But that, when I tell you that was hands down one of his best performances, bro, I swear to God, man. That's my shit. What type of troop drop shit jumping off over here? That nigga say, I was back in the day, I was a saucier. San Antonio. Think I call up some of them greens. Yo, man, that shit so funny. He say Twin Genie. Hey, I love that movie, boy, and I love that boy as a black character in the movie. That shit was hilarious, bro. But these days they will cancel your ass. Eddie Murphy's. I love all comedy, bro. You know what I mean? So, Eddie Murphy's Raw and Delirious, man. Hell yeah. But that shit was hilarious, but boy, you can't get away with that shit now. I love an impressionist like Godfrey. That's another guy. Well, that's my guy. But anyway, I was getting kind of straightened off the park. Now, I'm a horror buff, like I said before. I'm going to tell you what show I really enjoyed. The new Twilight Zone. Not only that, what's that other show that was on Netflix? Broken Mirror? Some shit like that. That one, Sex, Robots, and Love. That was good. Let me see. All the Paranormal Activity movies, okay. I like that shit, Paranormal Camera. That shit, I like that. Because that's that updated version type shit. And I even being a truck driver, bro, I done been all over this goddamn country and on these highways at all times of the day, night, whatever. I done seen some spooky shit, boy. So that's why I really like looking at that show, because that show kind of shines a light on the weird shit that goes on out here that people see. Like, honestly, bro, you ask me, like, the movie Underwater, with goddamn the latest underwater movie that depicted Cthulhu. That's my shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Lovecraft Country. That's my shit, bro. They took it off of HBO. That was my shit. You know, American Horror Story, the hotel joint, where they talked about the Cecil. That one. And really, that shit right there was kind of based on the murder hotel that H.H. Holmes had. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of some truth to that. There were false rooms and all that old type of shit going on, niggas killing niggas and shit. But the Cecil Hotel is downtown Los Angeles. It's still open to this day. You know, a lot of crazy ass activity been happening in that hotel, man. So they kind of crammed all those stories into one. That's how they got that. You know what I mean? Which was a great story. So that, and I'm gonna tell you what I thought was real boogie, but was kind of good. It was hilarious. Was that new Chucky series? That shit is hilarious. And, you know, Chucky to me was always funny. You know, Freddy Krueger, you know, all that. I had this poster over my wall, nigga, when I was little. You know what I'm saying? And maybe middle school, some shit like that. Yeah, I had that poster. Freddy one, he was hilarious to me. He was a comic. That dude was funny as hell. So I never understood how people was, you know, terrified of Freddy Krueger. And Jason, Michael Myers, you know what I'm saying? Now, the whole Chucky thing, I had a Teddy Ruxpin back in the day. No batteries was in him. And he had been sitting for a while. I picked him up. Woo! You goddamn bump, boy. I pick him up. As soon as I pop the tape out, you know, put the tape in the chest. As soon as I pull the tape out, he said, I threw his ass out the window, boy. I don't know, I threw that boy ass out the window. Hey, boy, not today, Teddy Ruxpin. Not today, boy. I threw that boy ass out the motherfucking window, man. Hey, man, listen, bro, I'm not going through all that. Then I see Chucky later on, because that happened in like 93 or some shit like that. But, yeah, you know, so the Twilight Zone was good that Jordan Peele made. You know, I like Jordan Peele as a horror writer, man. And I like that, you know, as a creator and producer. I really like that. But, you know, I think, I'm going to tell you what I want to see. Bring back Tales from the Crypt. I don't think y'all people understand how many young actors and actresses, young writers that came from that show. Even celebrities. Shaq did a couple of episodes on that show. Like Tales from the Crypt, bro. You know what I mean? Comedy, horror, you know, or just horror. But I really want people to bring that back. You know, several different writers write their version of a horror, either comedy episode or a truly terrifying episode. And I'm not talking about no slasher. I don't think that's horror. That's thriller type shit. Like Jason Michael Myers and them, that's some thriller type shit. You bro, what the fuck? I'm worried about a nigga with a knife. Bitch, I got a shotgun out. Boom! Yo ass to smithereens, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't get that shit. So it's like, no. No, them folk be like, man, fuck all that. We ain't doing all that, bitch. Boom! Then we back on the motherfucking set. We ain't doing all that. Anyway, so I really think those are like slashers and all that old shit. Like, to me, horror, bro, paranormal activity type shit, paranormal horror, demonic shit, that's real horror. Some shit that, you know what I mean? You be like, boy, this shit probably happen for real. You know, like, from my understanding, The Exorcist was based on a true story. Actually, the book was more terrifying than the goddamn movie. And it was actually about a little boy. So, I mean, I seen that story. That's a good story, you know what I'm saying? This is some terrifying shit. I remember back in the days, man, my mom used to read some terrifying ass books, man. For real. I forgot the actual author, but this book was called, like, The Body of Hell. Like, that shit was terrifying. She was just telling me all these stories about this shit that was happening in this book, where this guy took this journey through each, if hell was broken up into a body, each level of hell was worse than the other. You know what I'm saying? And that was a hell of a goddamn book. And then, you know, I remember seeing like a documentary about something like that, the Book of Enoch. And it's a couple of more documentaries out there that was, you know, people having those types of experiences. You know, another one of my favorite movies is Tales from the Hood. You know what I mean? Like the remakes were boogie as hell. Straight up. The remakes was boogie. So I mean, to me, the remakes of Tales from the Hood was boogie as a motherfucker, dog. But you couldn't beat the first one. That's why I say, man, if people would take more pride in writing these days, better material, you know, using up-and-coming writers and young producers and young actresses and young actors, you know, just all this young talent, bro, to bring together some of the best horror films ever. Even if they're short films, like 30-minute horror films where that shit gets straight to the point. Niggas be terrified, shaking in the motherfucking closet or something. You can't tell me Jeep and Creeper didn't have y'all folks like scared to take your trash out at night type shit. No, you can't tell me that, bro. Jeep and Creeper had motherfucking terrified. And that shit wasn't even scary. You know what I mean? I think it was just the possibility of being in the middle of nowhere and not knowing what could happen. You know what I'm saying? In which I done been all over the place. Now I done seen some shit and had some shit follow me for maybe a couple miles, and I don't know what the fuck it was. I thought it might have been some Jeep Creeper type shit. And you know, it was real late at night, man. Maybe like 11:30 or 12 o'clock at night. I'm riding through Nebraska. And you know, it's a lot of Indian reservations out that way. You know, Midwest period. And you know, I kind of, you know, at night, you know, it's dark as shit. There's really no street lights on the street lights. It's across the street, and they're like one every 5 miles or one every 2 miles. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, well, okay, you know, you see the shit, and all you see is the shadow, and whatever the fuck it was that landed on top of this big ass pole across the street from the truck. I ain't even get out. I kept riding. So, you know, like shit like that, they can take that kind of experience and turn that shit into a movie or something like that. But yeah, man, you know, that's some scary shit. That's the possibility of something happening in the middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's why I felt like movies like that, that would work. You know, I really want to see some really, truly terrifying shit. You know what I mean? The Ed and Lorraine stuff that they're doing, I like that type of shit. You know what I mean? The Conjuring series and all of that, you know, everything that they do, I feel like they should do more stories of all the shit that they done collected over the years. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's true or not, they should still do movies on it, because you can still spice it up to make it look, you know, believable. You see what Annabelle did to these people. Shit. So, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I especially for this Halloween season, man, I want to see some good shit, man. You know, every year, cats wait on Halloween just for certain movies. You know what I mean? All of that. You know, you get all the Hellraisers. I really like all the old Hellraisers. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they really need to bring Pinhead back. You know, but Tales from the Crypt, I really think it should be, you know, redone and reintroduced, reworked, and with new writers and shit like that. And I feel like it should be a group of writers so they all can pitch in and create episodes and shit like that to what they might think is good. You know, so just my thoughts, man. Leave in the comments, man, of what you may think is a good horror movie to make, or you know what I mean. What's your favorite horror movie? I give you my quick top 5 real quick. The Exorcist, Hellraiser, Freddy Krueger, and these ain't no in particular movies. You know, one or two anything. It's just, you know, them as a whole. Candyman. Let me see. Emily Rose. That's my top 5. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Tales from the Crypt and all that. They can go up to 10, but that's my top 5. You know what I mean? And The Exorcist, the show, that's a good one too. So, yeah, man, get at me, man. Like and subscribe, man. You know what I'm saying? To your boy BigKeef TV, man. Big Truck Boy, man. You already know, man. Big Truck Driver. What's your top 5 horror movies of all time, and what horror movie or series would you like to see be remade? Put that in the comments, man. Get at your boy, man. Salute your folk, them, man, and hold it down. A-Town style, baby. You already know, man. Holla at your boy, man.